take your jacket off.
You may be seated. All right, are we ready?
The whole time. This priest, I'm ready to throw it over the mountain.
Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Jolena and Stephen,
Oh, there's a microphone.
welcome. That's just my voice. I'm that good. Today is a celebration of love, of commitment, of friendship, of family, and of two people who are in it forever. Those of you who are joining Jolene and Stephen today, we thank you for coming. A marriage is only as strong as the people you surround yourself with, and today, on their special day, they surround themselves with you. That says a lot about who you are to them as a couple. We have gathered together, family and friends, in the presence of God to witness Jolene and Stephen as they exchange their vows of marriage. We share with them their delight in finding love with each other and support their decision to be together from now until the end of time. As this couple enters into marriage, they do so with thought and reverence. They give thanks for the past, which brought them to this place, and look forward with hope to what the future will bring. Jolene and Stephen, now you've both shown up here today, so I'd say it's safe to bet you still want to get married. However, I still must ask, have you both come here freely and without reservation, prepared to give yourselves to each other in marriage?
We have.
Perfect.
Can we switch sides? So the sun's not in my face.
Whatever you'd like to do, is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine with me. Yeah. Chinese fire drill.
Thank you. That's better. Much better. Thank you. You like the sun.
Family and friends, gathering here today is our way of celebrating and supporting this couple as they commit to each other from this moment forth. And what better way to do it than here at Red Rocks? This majestic place has seen so much history. In the making for over 250 million years, this ground that we stand on was once an ocean, which rose up giving way to the dinosaurs, and through the years of man has seen countless historic moments, such as the Beatles in the 60s. And today we add to that rich history by bringing together a couple like no other, Stephen and Jolena. Now, Stephen and Jolena, take a moment and have a look again at everyone here. They traveled hundreds, if not thousands of miles to be present here today because they support you in your life's journey in both the story that you have written and the story you have yet to write. Thus, going forward, know that you are not alone in valuing and upholding the union that you have chosen to enter into on this day. We all respect it, we support it, we celebrate it, and we will all be there to support you through it. That is a magnificent, powerful thing. Jolene and Stephen, from the roads you have traveled, it is obvious that you already know some of the great blessings marriage has to offer. It is an opportunity to feel the joy of taking care of someone who takes care of you, to be challenged towards growth, yet gently nurtured, to love deeply and receive it in return. It is about trust, friendship, and having a partner to share all life has to offer. With that, a marriage is a commitment to participate in a process of mutual evolution, understanding, and forgiveness. It is indeed a sacred union to be treated with reverence. Marriage is not a place to hide from the world. It is a safe place to grow and become wiser. It is a place to evolve into better people so that you can go out in the world and make a difference by spreading the joy and wisdom that you have found with each other. Together in this marriage, you shall contribute more fully, for you both shall be more full. Will Michael Pelosi please join us for a reading from The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho.
When he looked into her eyes, he learned the most important part of the language that all the world spoke, the language that everyone on earth was capable of understanding in their heart. It was love. Something older than humanity, more ancient than the desert. What the boy felt at that moment was he was in the presence of the only woman in his life, and that, with no need for words, she recognized the same thing. Because when you know the language, it's easy to understand that someone in the world awaits you, whether it's in the middle of the desert or in some great city. And when two such people encounter each other, the past and the future become unimportant. There is only that moment and the incredible certainty that everything under the sun has been written by one hand only. It is the hand that evokes love and creates a twin soul for every person in the world. Without such love, one's dreams would have no meaning.
Stephen and Jolena, as you know, you don't have to have a ceremony to have a marriage. A marriage starts long before a ceremony, and yet here we are, So why do we do it? We have thousands of important moments that happen throughout our lives, but this one is regarded as one so critical, we acknowledge its special status by sharing it with others. And why this moment? Because despite all of our differences, love is what we all share. It is the great unifier, our one universal truth, that no matter who we are, where we've come from, what we believe, we know this one thing. Love is what we're doing right. That's why you both are standing here today, and that's why they all have joined you on your special day. Your love makes us all genuinely happy. We have all loved in our lifetimes, and in this moment, we are reminded that the ability to love is the very best part of our humanity. We're also here to remind you that love isn't happily ever after. Love is the experience of writing your own story. It's not one moment, not even this moment, it's every moment. Certainly big ones like that first date, the first kiss, introducing your children to one another, moving in together, getting engaged, and even standing here today. But the moments that add up to make for an incredible partnership, an incredible marriage, and an incredible life are the million little ones that come in between. Grabbing drinks together, falling asleep next to one another, spending time with family, getting a big hug when you get home from work. These are the million little moments that fuse together into one big experience. And even though this experience is so incredible, words fail us when we try and explain it, but that's just the way it is with love. It's meant to be felt, not described. Now, even though we are surrounded with these incredible feelings of love, the opportunity for a little fear can creep in. So what you must always remember is that when you love someone, you do not love them in exactly the same way from moment to moment. Such is an impossibility that even to pretend otherwise would be to lie. And yet, this is exactly what most of us demand. We have so little faith in the ebb and flow of life, of love, of relationships that we leap at the slightest change of the tide. But the truth is, life is messy, but that's only because it's real. If someone else's grass is greener, it's either because it's fake or because you've never seen it up close and personal. The moment you do so, you would discover that it has just as many flaws as yours might. Truly, the only difference between a beautiful garden and a field of weeds is the time we spend caring for it. Thus, when frustration, difficulty, and fear assail your relationship, as they threaten all relationships at some time or another, remember to care for it just a little bit more and focus on what is right between you, love. Will Terry Mattingly please join us for a reading from the Canticle of Love from the United Baptist Hymnal.
Let love be genuine and live in harmony. Hate what is evil, hold fast to what is good. Outdo one another in showing honor. Be humble and never conceited. Love is stronger than death, and jealousy is cruel as the grave. Floods cannot drown love, and wealth cannot buy it. Put love above all else. Let Christ's peace rule your hearts, and always be forgiving as Christ has forgiven you. Love is not jealous or boastful, arrogant, rude, or stubborn, irritable, resentful, or possessive. Love is patient and kind. Do not love in word or speech only. Love also in deed and truth. Receive each other in sincerity and find mercy and grow old together. God bless you too so much.
Happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage must be created and maintained. It is not only marrying the right partner, but being the right partner. It is realizing when you are being selfish and when the other selfless. Such a love requires that you be totally honest with yourself and your partner, that you ask for what you want, take action even though you are afraid, share your feelings and listen, but leave your partner free to be who they really are. In other words, always love your partner for who they are, not for who you think they should be. And when times call for you to be apart, may you always return to your togetherness in the same spirit. Most of all, we want that at the end of your lives on this planet, you will look into each other's eyes and be able to say, because you have loved me, you have given me a faith in myself. And because I have a faith in myself, I have loved my fellow man. my life with you has been complete. Now, regardless of what you hear today, ultimately it is your words, your intentions, and your vision that must define and shape this marriage. So in front of all those who have gathered here today, I call upon you now to state the vows that you have prepared.
Don't remind me.
Jolena.
Sorry, I couldn't memorize all this. How am I gonna read this? Are you reading this? No. I need a sunshade. How am I gonna do this? Can I whisper? Early on, I told you that you are the man of my dreams, and I couldn't have been more right. The feeling made me trust even more in the saying, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Since then, you have chipped away at a wall that has been built up inside of me and opened up feelings that no one has ever done before. You give me your unconditional love that I will never take for granted and always treasure. You teach me how to be more patient. You see the good in everyone. You tolerate my craziness, but more importantly, understand and accept my ways. You've stuck by me through my most painful days, years, and never let the voice of pain hurt or scar our relationship. Your genuine love and support for Petey and Lila means everything to me, and no words could ever express how grateful I am for Petey and Lila to have you as their role model and stepfather. Thank you for giving me the family I've always wanted without having to sacrifice new stretch marks. I love Steve and Vincent and Mia so much, and I hope they know how much their lives mean to me. I love you. I respect you. I admire you. I love laughing with you. You laughing at me laughing at you, us laughing at ourselves. I love our life together. Telling you that I love you will never get old, and neither will showing you in every way possible. I could keep going, but we have a concert to get to. I promise to be true to you in good times and in bad. I promise to support and encourage you to live the life of your dreams, even if that means me traveling outside the United States. I promise to love you unconditionally and honor you all the days of our life. We can't kiss yet.
Nice try, sir. And Stephen. Your turn.
My turn.
You don't have a paper?
I have a paper.
Okay.
I'm not going to let you outdo me. And I could do this, I think, without glasses, too, because of the divine light here. Jolena, I stand here in awe of this moment, in awe of this majestic place, in awe of what we've done to bring everybody here, what you've done. I look at that table, it's incredible, everything, and amazing. But mostly I stand here in awe of you. Obviously, your beauty, physical beauty, and how you look today, but you're always beautiful. But really in awe of who you are as a person. And your red rock strength of character, and how you love unconditionally. I thank you for the friends that you have brought into my life. And I thank you for making Petey and Lila a part of my life. And I also thank you for how you love Stephen, Vincent, and Mia And of course, there's
forgot Little
one
Rock.
other person, or
I forgot Little Rock.
there's one other person or thing too, right, Lila, that she loves. That's a
forgot.
love affair. Little Rock, who's home.
He's a cat.
But most
I'm
of all,
allergic to.
I thank you for showing me every day, every minute of the day, and proving that love is a verb. It's an action word. You know, I mean, it is a thing. It's a feeling, absolutely, but sustainable love is what you do through your day-to-day actions. And that, to me, is something that I just cherish, and thank you for showing me every day, not only to me, but to our family. I say these vows as not so much a promise, because they are a promise, but just more a privilege to stand here and be the person, the man that you chose as your husband. I mean, that is truly an honor for me. And she's here, you see it? We got her, we got her. You can and, excuse me, you can and do it all, really, from small things, getting my coffee, you make the chicken cutlets tremendously, you know, I mean, the small things, and big things, and small things. She rigs a line, you know, on the boat, she knows how to rig a line. And the garden, talk about a garden. We have a little garden that, watching Jolene take care of this garden, and when you're in and she's ready to take care of you, you're in. The garden is beautiful, and it's because of what you do. And that's just a small little thing just to watch. And I remember the first time, I think one of the times we exchanged presents with, like, my dad and Claire, we bought my dad a shirt. And I'm watching you wrap presents. So I'm watching you take the shirt that we bought my dad in and out of the box 10 times before you wrapped it, because it wasn't laying right. OCD, I don't know, but I'm looking at it and saying, wow, if I can have this person take care of me that way, that is incredible. And even just the other day, I was thinking about how you do things to make me look good all the time. A few years ago, I bought an ashtray in New York from Matt. It was a German ashtray. I bought it for him. I could have just given him the ashtray and it would have been well received. But no, you created out of a cigar box this presentation for the ashtray that you didn't have to do it, but you do the work, I get the credit. And I can't thank you enough for it. And they're just small examples, and everybody knows, Jolene, you know, everybody knows. What else? I promise that I will always be there to love you, to support you, no matter, you know, where a road leads us or how high a mountain. And as Bruce Springsteen said in one of his greatest songs, as we walk, you know, this journey, if a hand should slip free, I'll wait for you. And if I fall behind, wait for me. So now's where I may need the glasses because the tear just got my eye. I'm cool. I'm so proud of the life that we've built together, but more excited about the life that we are about to really take on. Very excited about our future, our family's future. And I've been fortunate in my life to have great friends and great experiences, but knowing that we're together as husband and wife, there's just no limit what we can do together. You can count on me, no matter where the road takes us, to love you, to protect you, to always be there for you until the end of our days. I love you.
Stephen and Jolene, your commitment to these vows is usually done by the exchanging of a token. In this case, you've chosen rings. Do you have those rings today? You've made promises to each other that you intend to keep, and there's a simple premise to each of these promises. You are vowing to be there. You've teamed up and said to the other, every experience I'm going to have, I want you to be a part of. You're vowed to take care of each other, stand up for one another, and find happiness in the other. Rain or shine, thick or thin, you will always be there for one another. And these rings, before today, these rings were just objects. But today, these objects become so much more than that. They become symbols to both you and the world of the love and commitment you have pledged to each other on this special day. Therefore, Stephen, as you place the ring upon Jolina's finger, please repeat after me. I, Stephen,
I, Stephen,
give you this ring to wear with joy.
give you this ring to wear with joy.
As a ring has no end,
As a ring has no end,
neither shall my love for you.
neither shall my love for you.
I give you my heart
I give you my heart
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.
Do you, Stephen, take Jolina to be your lawfully wedded wife, to share your life openly in joy and in sorrow, in hardship and in ease, to cherish and love forevermore, in sickness and in health, from now until forever?
I do.
And Jolina, as you place the ring upon Stephen's finger, please repeat after me. I, Jolina,
Just checking.
I, Jolina.
I, Jolene. Wrong one?
Yeah.
It is. You
See,
were
it's
right.
his fault.
I was going to let you do whatever. It's your day, honey.
No one said
It's
anything.
all about the bride.
All right.
Why didn't you tell me?
I think.
It's okay. It's a hand.
No, I'm just hearing you say, people get confused. Sit down.
All right. And Jolene, as you place the ring upon Stephen's finger, please repeat after me. I, Jolina,
I, Jolene,
give you this ring to wear with joy.
give you this ring to wear with joy.
As a ring has no end,
As a ring has no end,
neither shall my love for you.
neither shall my love for you.
I give you my heart
I give you my heart
from this day forward,
from this day forward
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.
And you, Jolina, take Stephen to be your lawfully wedded husband, to share your life openly in joy and in sorrow, in hardship and in ease, to cherish and love forevermore, in sickness and in health, from now until forever.
I do. At the altitude.
Well, then, before I pronounce you married partners, I have one more thing I want you to do. Your wedding day is one that seems to fly. It's a day filled with emotion, family, rings, and celebration. However, many people remember just how fleeting their own wedding day was. So now I want you to take a few seconds and continue to hold each other's hands and look into each other's eyes and think about the happiness that you're feeling in this place, in this moment. And really let that feeling burn into both your heart and your mind. And as you look into your partner's eyes, feel the weight of their hands in yours. These are the hands that will hold you, protect you, and fight for you from now until forever. Jolene and Stephen, you've each chosen to be joined in marriage today. In my presence and in the presence of your family, friends, and God, you've exchanged vows and made promises. You've opened your hearts to one another, declared your love and friendship, and have united yourself with the exchanging of rings. Therefore, it is both a privilege and an honor to now pronounce you husband and wife. Stephen, you may now kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce for the first time the newly united couple, Mr. and Mrs. Stephen Perna.